New video fresh on your box. Stop, click, and watch. Ready, yet, get set. AMG's all that. What's up, my peoples? It is your boy AMG here, and chapter 217 of My Hero Academia has dropped. So let's talk about it. So we see the chapter open, and it's just Bakugo and Midoriya just going at it fighting, and it's just them trying to work out Midoriya's quirk and see if he can use it again. Because we know the Black Whip, he used it, but it's been out of control, and he tried to use it for a little percent, like 5%, and it didn't work as well, and it kind of tapped out. So we're just trying to see, they're just trying to see if they can like use it in the long run. But it doesn't seem to be able to activate, maybe because he's not emotionally invested. Because we know when we talk to the other user, the bald head guy, that he said it was because of his anger. And anger is good, but only if you control it. So maybe Midoriya has to be angry and get those thoughts in his head for that to happen in the first place. Then we move to them in their secret spot that All Might and Midoriya go talk about stuff all the time. And we just see Bakugo's in there too, because he's part of the group now, because he's in the secret, which is really cool that they brought him in. And his character development is really, really strong. Like you can see with this chapter and these few panels that he's in, that he is extremely intelligent. We already knew he was, but like more so. Because all these like, oh, well, since it seems like a flight or flight quirk, maybe it comes out when he's in danger, or maybe it's probably just an offshoot of One For All's quirk because it was made from him. So maybe he gets more quirks just like One For All. And I'm just like, oh, All For One. I'm just like, that makes sense. And, you know, we see All Might just kind of upset, I guess, because it did come from him. And the Midoriya getting upset because he doesn't really know how to control it. And he's just like, I need to figure this out. I don't know what I'm doing. And All Might can't help because he's never heard about this. All Might's master's probably never heard about this. And the user before Midoriya had black hair. So he still doesn't know about that either. So it wasn't a bald guy, so he must have been way further in there. We see them back at their dorms, and Class 1B is there, and everybody's just running around going crazy, just having a party, discussing things, talking about the quirks, you know, because they just had their matches. And Tetsu, we see Tetsu up in there like, yo, your power needs to be stronger. We have two different types of quirks. It's not like we're the same. But it's just cool to see everybody socializing and talking and stuff. I love how it's going. Like we see Mushroom Girl talking to Tsukiyomi, and they're like, "Yo, do you have a picture of Hawks, a private one? Do you have like I want to see it?" And the fact that we see grape juice in a chair, and that's what they usually do when they're trying to like change somebody's like condition someone to be a certain way or forget stuff. And I was like, yo, where are the teachers at? Why do they let him do him like that? That's crazy. It's scary. And we see Shoto come up to Midoriya like, yo, I didn't know you had two quirks. Even when we were in the sports festival, you were holding back. You had two quirks this whole time. And Midoriya's like, no, I didn't know I had these two quirks, but I'm trying to learn them. And then he's like, Shoto, it's amazing how your powers work. Like how much flame you were generating is amazing. And he's like, nah, it's not good enough. And we see the character development. He calls his dad. And you see his dad, he's just like, Shoto, you okay? Let's talk. Waiting for your reply. Like, he's super, super excited. Like, he's trying to change. And you can still see that with this chapter. And he's like, I need you to teach me Flash Fire. And that's the character development. He's talking to his dad now because he wants to learn. It was like, that's amazing for Todoroki. Like, I'm happy that they're giving more development between him and his dad. So the continuing story of their family plot is going on longer. And then we switch to the meeting room, and you see all the teachers talking, and we see that they're finally gonna let Shinzo into the group. He's gonna get into hero course, not class 1A and 1B, we don't know. And after that's done, we see President Mike and Eraser walking down the hallway, and President Mike is like, perhaps you should let Shiriguma, whoever that is, and it's like, what are you talking about? Is there something in his past that he was like a helper, like he was a master or something, a student before? Interesting. But we switched to Eri. I said Yuri. I said Yuri. Anyway, but we switched to them and we see them talking and I don't know why he said this, but Mirio talking about, hey, Eri, Monoma is the dark evil of UA. And I'm like, yo, the dark side. Like, for real? Why you gonna do like him like that? And it's like, Monoma's like, the dark side? The dark side? What is this child talking about? And Mirio's like, yo, during the cultural festival, I taught her that you're the dark side of UA, man. You're evil. And I'm just like, Midoriya's like, what's going on here? And we see Erasure walk up and he calls out Midoriya and Mirio to come, and for some reason Monoma tried to copy Eri's quirk, but he can't because it's a special kind of quirk, and it's kind of like Midoriya's, they say, because her quirk is like an accumulation quirk, so the power comes and builds up, and it stores up, so he can copy the quirk. So it's like he could copy Midoriya the same way, which is a big weight off Midoriya's shoulders. Okay, he can't copy the quirk, and they're just wondering like, why would you want to copy your quirk? Because he wanted Monoma to study the quirk and then try to help Eri learn hers, but he can't do it. And Eri's kind of sad, like, I'm just causing trouble. I can't do anything. I can't help anyone. And you see Midoriya go down, who is her savior hero. And he's just like, yo, your power saved me. We both have powers. It was like your power is like a knife, for example. Dangerous, but when you learn how to use it, you can make delicious food. So it's amazing. Once you learn how to use it, you'll be able to be stronger and more powerful and help more people. And Midoriya, as he's giving her the pep talk, he understands it himself and he takes his own advice. And they're just like, we're going to master our power to the best of our ability. Now, that's the end of the chapter, but I have a question for you all. Since his power is like one for all and all for one are kind of, the same power, and we've learned that you accumulate each wielder's power from one for all, so it's like he should get all for one's power, right? So that means will at some point he get a copy quirk as well, because that's a user. But that's really interesting. Like, so in the end, is Midoriya going to end up having this power and be able to copy others? That's kind of broken as hell. Like, I already thought it was broken that he was going to have multiple other quirks, but now we figure out that he might be able to have one for all's quirk too. That's scary. Anyway, that is the end of the chapter. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. Remember, my name is AMG, and anime, manga, and gaming is all that. And I'm out.